All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're glad you were able to join us for the My Equipment 360 webinar for the education segment. I'd like to introduce for you our presenters today. We have Steve Siddharth, our e-commerce manager for Heritage. My name is Abby Weiss. I'm the marketing manager here at Heritage. And we also have Terry Kovats, who is the group manager for the education team in customer service. Hello. Just a few record-keeping items that I wanted to point out to you. We are recording this webinar, so just to make you aware of that. And also, we have a few tabs that I wanted to point out to you as we go through My Equipment 360. We have the chat feature, a Q&A area, and then we will deal with polls and handouts in a little bit. But if you have any questions or comments as we go through, feel free to type in your message anytime so that we can address them as we go along. So what you'll learn today is how to create catalogs for each of your kitchens across your campus or across your school district. It's a way for you to organize and keep everything centralized and at the ready for when you are on the go away from your desk. It's a great reference tool for you and your team. We're also going to show you how to populate the catalogs with equipment profiles. So within each kitchen, you're going to learn how to populate it with the different pieces of equipment within it. So let's get started and see exactly how much you know about where your equipment manuals are right now. About what percentage of kitchen manuals do you have on hand and you know where they're located? If you go to the polls section, you'll see where the poll is. I'll give you a minute here to make a selection. Okay, anyone else? All right, so we've got kind of a mix here of, some people seem like they're pretty organized and, others, which is generally where we fall, which is 50% or less. That's where the majority of people are at, is that they might know where their equipment catalogs are or where their parts breakdowns are, but maybe they're in an office on the other side of campus or not even in the same town if it's for a school district. So with My Equipment 360, you're going to be able to reference all of these materials via a mobile device or your laptop for easy, convenient reference. So you're going to be able to see parts manuals, breakdowns, diagrams, notes, and even order online. It'll help you improve your maintenance procedures, and it will help you keep your kitchens up and running and your customers happy, which is the ultimate goal of everything we're doing in food service, right? So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Steve, who's going to take us on a deeper dive into the functionality of My Equipment 360.
All right, thank you, Abby. I'll go ahead and take over the screen. And what you can see now is our website, heritageparts.com. My Equipment 360 is a feature of the website, and on our website we have hundreds of thousands of manuals and breakdowns, interactive parts diagrams, and then we have over 1 million parts online for ordering. My Equipment 360 is a section that allows you to organize the pieces of equipment that you regularly service or that you manage in your kitchen, so you can more easily and quickly access those manuals and parts for that equipment. We also allow you to add information that doesn't exist elsewhere on the website about your equipment. So to get started, you would need a login for the website or the mobile app, and it would be the same login for the app or the site. If you do not have a web login, you can raise your hand now in this webinar, and we will reach out to you to help you set that up. And the setup is fairly simple. We would just send you a reset password email, and you click the link and you can set up a password and you're ready to go. So for now, I'll go into My Equipment 360, which is one of the links in our header. And if you're just getting to My Equipment 360 for the first time and you don't have any equipment catalogs assigned to your account, then you would see this screen, and when you click on this drop down, this would be blank. Because I have several different catalogs associated with my Equipment 360 page, you can see a long list there. If we are brand new and just starting to create a catalog, I would just click Create New Catalog. And here I could name the catalog whatever I want. So if I wanted to name it, let's see, Highland Elementary, and then maybe 101. The street address is optional, but if you know the location address, you can go ahead and put that in here. And once you hit create, it will add that new catalog to your account. From here, you can select from hundreds of manufacturers and models to find the equipment and add those into your catalog. So it'll ask you to select a manufacturer, which you can do here. We'll select a Blodgett model. And all you have to do is start typing in the model numbers or the manufacturers, and the database will find it. If you know the serial number, you can enter that here. And then you can also enter a name for the equipment. So you know that this is an oven, and you call it oven 3 in that kitchen, you could put that in there. In the notes field, this is a free-form field where you can really put any information that you want about the equipment. So whatever you would find useful. Some like to put in an installation date. So we can do that in this example. Or, excuse me, you can also put in maybe the date it was last serviced. Or put in any parts or just issues or notes that you have about that piece of equipment. So once we hit add, it will add the equipment to our list of items in the My Equipment 360 catalog. So I'll go into one of the existing test catalogs now that has more items than what's in this list. You can see here, you can continue to add equipment, and you can actually add really as much equipment as you want within the catalog. If I were to click on a piece of equipment, it will go into that equipment detail page. So here I can see the notes that I've added for this equipment, the serial number, the name. And if I'd like to add an image of the equipment, I can do that here. If I just click on the plus sign, it will access your computer, and you can select images if you have anything stored. If you're using your phone, whether through the app or just through the browser on your phone, you can also get to this page and take a picture of the equipment, and it will integrate with your camera, and it's a pretty easy upload to get on to the website. So where you get the shortcuts to the manuals and parts lists are with these buttons here. If I click View Manuals, it will take me to all the documents we have stored for the Blodgett DFG 100. And if I select Choose Manual, you can see the full list of what we have available. So I could select the manual here if I want to, or I could select Interactive Part Diagram. And when you go into an interactive part diagram, you can see a more detailed breakdown of the piece of equipment. And any of these green squares you can highlight over and see parts associated with that, that diagram. If I click on the part number, it will open the part. Here I can see the full part number with my price, a description, and an image. And if I want to see a larger image, I can just click on the magnifying glass and it will pull up the 360 image of the part here. We have 360 images for close to 100,000 products on our website, so you'll find those helpful. From here, I can also add the part to my shopping cart, and if I'm ready, I can go in and click Checkout and go through the checkout process and make a purchase. But I'll navigate back to the catalog, and if I want to just view the parts associated with this model, all I have to do is click View Parts, and any parts that fit this particular model will populate here. So again, from this page, I could go into a product detail page to get more information about a particular part, and get weights, dimensions, and see what other models it fits into, and also have access to the images. So I'll go back into the catalog here. And if I click the Back to Catalog button, I can go back to the list of products that are on this page. So our website's completely responsive. It will work on any device and any screen size. And I'll demo that for you here. If I shrink it down, you're able to see an example of what it would look like if you're browsing on your phone. So it's easy to navigate and simple to use even when you're on the go. If I've got a catalog that has hundreds of pieces of equipment, this search bar comes in very handy. You can search by manufacturer, model number, the name or serial number to find a particular piece of equipment. So if I am looking for that Blodgett model again, if I just start typing in Blodgett, it will narrow down all the Blodgett models in the catalog. I could even type in the DFG 100 to narrow into it. Or I believe I set a serial number for it, and it will narrow in models based on the serial number as well. So we try to make it easy for you guys to find the pieces of equipment that you're looking for. So as far as setting up catalogs, and let's say you've got a larger organization with multiple techs who would want to have access to the same store catalogs, you can contact Heritage, talk to your CSR about it, and we will be able to set you up in that way. So we'll set up a catalog really with two different options. One is a shared catalog where everyone on your team has access to it, and any edits or notes that one person makes is seen by everyone else. Or we can set it up to where everybody has their own individual version of a catalog, and any notes and edits you're making are only seen by the person who is logged in to the account. But it's an easy setup for us. and we're also willing to help you set up some of your larger accounts. So if you have a large university that you're servicing, or you just have multiple stores and kitchens, if you have a list of the equipment under each location, our team can help you set that up. So we take care of some of the legwork for you, and then just assign the catalog we've created to your online account so you've got access to it. So I believe that's it as far as the demo, but it's a great tool for anyone who wants to hold an entire library of manuals and parts in their pocket. Take it with you on the go, and you can have these manuals and have the lists of equipment within each location that you service. So if something's breaking down at a location 30 miles away, all you have to do is pull up My Equipment 360, and you can see the exact model number of that piece of equipment, when you last serviced it, any notes that you have about it, and you don't have to drive up to the location to get that information. So it can help save trips for you too. So with that, I'll pass it back to Abby, and we'll take any questions you guys have.
Okay, so I just wanted to point out two quick things before we take questions. Under the Handouts tab, you will see a template for My Equipment 360 where, as Steve was mentioning to you, we can assist you in helping you populate your My Equipment 360 catalogs. So it's just a simple worksheet that you can fill out. The more information you can provide, the better. And you can email it over to one of us or your CSR, and I believe that there's an email address at the bottom of that form. Just scan it and send it over, and we'll help you get set up. The second item is basically a print version of everything that Steve just said. So if you need to go back and reference how to go through and add certain things, just go ahead and print that off, and hopefully that will assist you as you go through and populate your equipment list. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Please feel free to chime in either in the Q&A or the chat session areas. We'll give you a minute here to type out your questions.
All right, I think they've...
Oh, nope, we have one.
We have one.
Royce, thank you for your question. Does the notes section have a limit of characters, or is it unlimited, Steve?
That's a good question. I think there is a limit, but I haven't reached it yet. So that's a good question. I'll get an answer for you there, but I've stretched the limit on there. I know that it can go over 1,000 characters.
Cool. All right, anyone else? Does anyone need set up with a online account, or needs to know if your school district has an online account, or your university? If you do, just in the chat, just put in I do or whatever. Okay, Emilio, I see your comment. All right.
Actually, it's pretty self-sufficient. They can just go there and say,
Actually, Terry has a comment about.
it's a little easier than originally on there. If you go to heritageparts.com, and where you go to sign in, there's a box that says forgot your password, and that works even if you haven't ever set one up. So you can put your, you can click that and hit forgot your password, put your email address in there, and the system will automatically send you a forgot your password email, and then you can get your password set up.
Yeah.
You can do that all online and don't have to call anybody or email anybody if you don't want to, or you certainly can reach out and let us help you with that, whichever way is easiest for you.
Yeah. So, and I screen shared that here. If you just click on the sign up login at the top, it'll take you to this page, and there's the link for it, and you enter the email address, and if it's an email that we have on file,
Oh, yes.
then
Yes.
you have an account with us, and we will email you a link to allow you to set up a password.
All right, so that should help you out there, Emilio. Anybody else? Or just questions in general about Heritage? All right, well, if no one else has any questions, we will give you a few more minutes back in your day. And I appreciate your time, and let us know if there's anything we can do to help you set up your My Equipment 360 account. And thank you, Royce, for your positive comment. All right, thanks, Emilio. Have a good day, guys.
Yep, thanks all.
See ya. Bye-bye.